a victim of the hazards it protects other ships from.
They're superb vessels. They're very resilient, good sea-going vessels. So, yeah, but obviously if you hit a rock, that's going to be quite problematic.
This 17-metre Port Phillip Sea Pilot vessel is a shattered wreck. The boat's engine is wedged on the reef, while other sections are being retrieved from where they washed ashore after being torn apart in the violent surf. Shortly before midnight, the boat hit a reef on its way through the treacherous Port Phillip Heads, amid 4-metre swells and 60 km/h wind gusts. The 3 men on board were stranded on the reef as police were forced to wait for conditions to ease.
Eventually, as the tide changed and it started flooding and it started coming up, then they realised that they couldn't stay where they were, so that's when they moved to the life raft.
Efforts to get the men to shore were both difficult and dangerous. Police eventually towed the life raft into deeper water and retrieved the trio, after they had spent hours in the dangerous waters.
It was extremely rough. They were having waves over the top of the boat, and the water police actually had to stay outside their heads till around 3 o'clock this morning until it was safe to come back inside.
A fisherman using a nearby pier saw some of the drama unfold in the darkness.
Don't know how they survived that. They're very lucky if they survived that. It's pretty treacherous out there.
The pilot helps hundreds of ships navigate through a winding passage in Port Phillip Bay, through the narrow channel between the Heads and out into Bass Strait. Last night, the boat had collected the pilot from a ship and was returning through the Heads when it ran aground.
We're obviously working for the authorities to find out exactly what went wrong, but the real focus now is just supporting those guys.
The Heads, also known as the Rip, is one of the most treacherous shipping channels in the world, making last night's rescue all the more miraculous. And while the crew is now safe, last night is a reminder that even the best can come unstuck here. Harrison Tippett, ABC News, Geelong.